I'm settling down. My text go to your screen. You know better than that. I come around when you least expect me. I'm sitting at the bar when your glass is empty. You thinking that the song's coming on and
Here we go. So how's the draft prep coming? You starting to zero in on any targets? Why do you want to know? We've got a few ideas. You at all concerned with the politics behind it? Politics? Just the fact that a lot of these guys aren't going to want to leave their current gigs adds a whole new dimension to evaluations. Not only do you have to figure out if you actually like the guy as, you know, a basketball player, but then you got to figure out if he wants to be on your team or not. Last thing you want to do is bring someone in who's going to be a problem in the locker room. Yeah, I've considered that. It's definitely tricky. Well, look, if you need any help, I humbly offer my services. Allies have to help each other out, right? What are you thinking? If you tell me who you're targeting, I can make sure everything is smoothed over between you and your preferred guys. I mean, you and I might have a little bit of negotiating, but I think we can work something out. How are you going to make sure our targets are happy to play for us? You let me worry about that. Just trust me when I tell you I can make it happen. So what do you say? You want to show me your list? No skid off my back either way. I just want to help you out if I can. Sure. Why not? My man, that's what I'm talking about. If you let me know your top guy, I can really get to work and make sure that everything's all set with your primary target. I thought you said you could help with all these guys. Well, sure, I could dig up stuff for everyone on this list if I had the time, but I do still have a few things to do for my own team during the day. You know what I mean, Gabe? Uh-huh, Andrew. Sure, I just meant... Yeah, of course, I'm just saying if you let me know your main guy, I can really focus on making sure he's down for the cause. Why don't you take a little bit, think about it, figure out who you really want, and then let me know and I'll straighten everything out. Hassan Whiteside, what a funny coincidence running into you like this. I was just talking about you with my staff. You sure it's a coincidence? Technically it better be, or some people might think I was tampering. Call me Magic Johnson. I don't think we've got anything to worry about, Gabe. We're just a couple of guys in the gym exchanging a little small talk. What's the harm there? My thoughts exactly. And speaking of small talk, how are things going for you in Miami? A couple of people on my team think they might not be using you as effectively as they could. They tell me that in the right system you'll do well. Hey, look, you know me. I just do what Coach tells me to do. Of course you do. I'll say this, though. I've heard some really good things about your staff. One of my boys was on Jensen's team when he took him to the Final Four. Raves about his Gold Star communication skills. I think he said Gold Star. Anyway, point being, he's a big fan. The team's owner, Tex Towers, you know him? Guy with the big hat and the funny sayings? Precisely. That's the guy. Only thing bigger than his hat is a stack of bills in his vault. He gave me the green light to spend as much as I needed in order to put together the right support staff, and I've been able to sign the best talent in the industry. We're right up there with Miami, Golden State, and Boston when it comes to cutting-edge infrastructure. It's just a matter of getting the right players in place and getting to work. Yeah, let's talk about Miami. Like I said, I love Miami, Gabe, but I could see how someone could get excited over the opportunity to start something fresh with you guys. It's got an appeal for sure. Here's how I look at it. We've got an exciting opportunity for the right person to step in and make big contributions. And here's another thing to consider. We believe in player development, but we also believe in maximizing our players' best attributes. Whatever you do well, we'll put you in a position to do those things as often as possible. Whatever you need to work on, we'll help with that too. Like I said, sounds like an exciting opportunity for the right guy. I could definitely see myself in a situation like that. That's nice to hear, Son. So look, I'm not going to hold you up anymore, but it was real good talking to you. You have a nice day, alright? You too, Gabe. Who knows, maybe we'll talk again real soon. Uh-oh, getting a phone call. Hello? Gabe, how's it hanging? Low as always, Andrew. How are you doing? I'm doing great, Gabe, and you want to know why? Sure. I'm doing great because my ally is doing great. When you're happy, I'm happy, Gabe. I'm happy? You should be. I'm hearing great things about you and Hassan. My people tell me he thinks he'd be a great fit with you guys. He really likes the idea of being a featured guy again. God, you got a big nose. How good are your people? It's legit. I've got people who know that with 100% certainty what's going on in his camp. Interesting. That's good news, right? It could be. I respect how close you play your cards to your chest, but I have no interest in interfering with you here. I just want you to feel confident in your top pick, if he is your top pick. And remember, my dad and I have people all over the league. This is the kind of intel we can reliably, consistently provide to you. Yeah, okay. Well, thanks, Andrew. I appreciate it. All that I ask is that you mention me in your Hall of Fame induction speech. Doesn't have to even be up front. Just slip it in at some point before you finish, alright? What's up, Andrew? Not much. I was just looking over your positional rankings for the draft, and I thought maybe I'd pick your brain a little. There's some real interesting stuff in here. Oh, you piece of crap. Here we go again. Excuse me? I can't say I agree with every ranking, but by and large, I think they're a fairly accurate assessment of the talent pool. I've got to commend you on a job well done picking out your staff. These guys know their stuff. That's a funny joke, Andrew. Who's joking? I'm looking at the PDFs right now. I've got them in the cloud and the backup too. You know the ones I'm talking about, the files that all end with final in all caps? Alright, let's say you did get a hold of our positional ranking somehow. Why would you tell me about it? Me? I'm not worried about me. I'm worried about you, Gabe. You've got an awfully leaky ship over there. Water pouring in from all over the place. The good news is, I want to help you out. Oh, do you? I can't wait to hear this. I'm serious. Look, you and I both know that however I'm doing it, I'm getting your info. You can either ignore that, or you can work with me to ensure the best outcome for both of us. And this is what I get for being nice to this guy. What do you propose we do? What I've always proposed. Show me your list, the whole list. I know this probably stings a little, but look at it pragmatically. We're not even in the same conference. We're barely rivals. The only thing linking us together is being in similar situations. Why not collaborate and ensure that we're as balanced as possible? Try to think about this objectively. You can either keep handing over your information to me and do nothing, or you can work with me and salvage as much as you can. Seems pretty obvious what you should do when you look at it that way. Let's keep going with it. Alright, fine. I'll show you the list. Let's just get this over with already. You piece of crap. I know you see things rationally. I've always respected that about you. Oh my goodness. It's still... Even when you're nice to the guy, he's a jerk. A leak, huh? That's what he says. You reckon we got a snake in the grass? How much water does this league business hold? I do think there's a problem, unfortunately. How are you fixing to smoke them out? I've got to get these guys in a room and talk to them. You think you'll be able to ascertain who's a fibbing? Got to at least try. The one thing I don't want is to accuse anyone of anything without being absolutely sure. All I can do here is be transparent in how I go about things. It's hard for me to believe there's not a leak after talking to Andrew, so I'll be honest with the guys, tell them what's going on, and see if I can get to the bottom of it. There's too much at stake not to dig in here. Oh my goodness. I'll support you in whatever you decide to do, Gabe. Just let me know what you need from me and I'll make it happen. I appreciate that, Tex. Would you like me to sit in on this interrogation with you? I could act as an impartial observer and second set of eyes. I think that's a good idea, actually. You might pick up on stuff I miss, and I think it would help impress upon these guys how important the situation is. I should hope that it would. Alright, I'll set up the meeting and send you an invite. Is your calendar up to date? If it's not, my personal assistant can kiss his Christmas bonus goodbye, I'll tell you that much. Alright, you'll hear from me soon.
You fucker!